Hi guys, this kit is very tricky and I'm going to do a short review of a brand new kit T28 super heavy tank, but actually it's SPG, but let it be super heavy tank, or it is also called T95 Gun Motor Carriage. I prefer T95 because T28 reminds me of Soviet early medium tank. Takom's kit from 2026, fresh kit in a very big box. Actually, there are 3 variations of this kit, 3 boxes available. This one, the same kit but with what if camo and some additional equipment on the top of the tank. And 2-in-1 box with the both kits and additional book with some useful data. I decided to take this one and let's reveal what in the box and what problems with this kit. Package with the yummy things, metallic in box, gun barrel and other metallic details and a lot of grey details. Let's observe most tasty things of the different stuff that makes this kit better. So we have transparent parts for headlights, triplexes and some other details. Looks very good. Some details undefined for me, well, at least on this stage. We'll reveal their purpose during building process. Aluminium metallic barrel for huge 105mm gun. For this tank, muzzle brakes goes as a separate detail from plastic. Metallic cables for towing. Cables, and this is a must-have for modern kits. Also nylon wires for cables for side cranes. Their main purpose is installation of outer chassis sections. Yes, we have double chassis here and outer section with the suspension wheels and caterpillars removable. And a cart with decals for 4 painting options with the different markings for 1 greenish painting option. And let's dive deep in plastic details. Main frame with this huge hull part. Its upper section in one piece. Almost self-divided from the sprue, and it's not a big problem. And actually it's not so big. Initial hull part is not big, but due to double chassis parts and a long barrel, this kit became wide and long. We can see armor textures, small details, welding seams, some markings on the armor and so on. There is no interior in this kit. By the way, well-detailed lower plate and some other details here. Next we can see side armor panels and upper fenders details from thick plastic. Let's divide lower plate. So the connection goes this way and connection should be on a very high level. And we put together lower and side armor panels, we receive such a combination. Side panels goes much further than lower plate. This is kind of feature of this tank. Next sprue with the huge details, and most interesting part here is a big rounded gun mantlet for that 105mm gun. It has 2 big sections. Also we can find here plastic muzzle brake for aluminum barrel. Inner parts of the gun, simplified of course, because there is no interior parts. And the gun itself would be movable in 2 directions. Big upper engine plates. They have massive hinges parts, but I think these plates would be static. And several more huge details here. Sprue with smaller parts, Browning machine gun, which would be located on the commander's cupola on the top of the tank, consists from several details. Different instruments which would be located on outer surfaces of this tank. And a lot of other small details, Browning parts, ammo box, planks for removable chassis sections connection and so on. one more frame with massive details, among them detail of the rear armor plate and optional side armor plates with partially sloped armor. Yes, this American tortoise had very thick armor from all sides, but the most thick armor in the frontal section, up to 30 mm. Relief of side armor is well detailed, a lot of bolts. Some details looks complicated. I mean, some of them casted in one piece, while some other manufacturers produce such details in several pieces. Now we can see chassis parts, details for all sorts of the wheels or rollers, carriages, suspension parts, and so on and so on. And here you realize main issue with this kit. As we have additional outer chassis sections, all details should be multiplied in 2, and as we have same details from both sides of the tanks, you have totally multiply all details in 4. And that's a lot. It's like you assembling 2 tanks in one go. But the quality of details is good, and process would be routine and boring a little, but it would be okay. It's Takom, it's okay. And well, finally we can reveal track links, and that's something interesting. We have 9 Carl Sprues with the track links, and each link consists from several details, outer and inner surfaces divided on 2 parts each, axis parts and some additional details. Well, we have conductors which could be connected in one long conductor from all 9 sprues. Well, that's cool. That makes the assembling process easier, and theoretically these links could be workable, but that's difficult to do. Hopefully you can assemble this machine in traveling mode, so you can use here only 2 pairs of chassis parts, only 2 caterpillars, and leave 2 other chassis parts in the box. Or optionally you can put them in one carriage and connect behind the tank, and you receive a tank in such a travel mode. Or you can put everything on a tank and receive such a wide version of this tank. Also, we have here 4 similar painting options in one greenish version, the difference only in markings. And there were built totally 2 units after war, and of course I want to build a white section, because that looks much better, I guess. So from one side, a lot of routine work with the chassis parts, wheels, a lot of track links. I guess it's totally up to 1000 details, only 4 links in this box. That's a lot. And from other side we have very unusual and cool tank in 1:35 scale, a highly detailed kit, it should be definitely good in work, with all stuff you need from the box. So it's cool kit, and definitely I'm going to build it. By the way, at first I matched this vehicle in a video game Battlefield 1942. It was, I guess, DLC Secret Weapons or something like that, and now I can build it and put on my shelf somewhere near to T29 American Heavy. So hope you enjoy such a cool kit on our table. Have a nice day and see you next time. Bye.